am Ceci Maldonado from Argentina, and I'm the Managing Director of Speak Latam, a company that is based in Argentina and provides mainly Spanish language services. Well, for Speak Latam and for me personally, the only way to be successful is to love what you do. I mean, I get up in the morning every day and I love going to work. I think that's the key. When you have a balance between work and your lifestyle. I mean, I have a family and I can do it all, but just because I try to work on that balance every day. Enjoying what you do. I love the fact that this industry changes all the time. It gives you room to be creative. It gives you room to do things that are new all the time. I like the idea that there's a lot of work to be done, just as it was at the beginning when I started out. In Latin America, there's still a lot of work to be done. So for me, being there, it puts me in a position to sort of connect people all around and sort of put Latin America in the map. And so I like that. I like that is happening. I like that I have the energy to sort of do all those things. And that is basically, for me, it's about passion. It's about passion and surrounding myself with people who share the same passion and work with me towards the same objective. They always talk about this is an industry that is growing all the time. It's growing at a 7% by 7% every year. I mean, it's all the time. Hispanic population is growing, so I don't see. I only see more demand for this for language service companies. It's the way that we're going to be doing things will probably change, although they have been talking about that forever, and we're still working with CAT tools, and we're still on the per word price model. So even though there's a lot of conversation about the way that we're going to be doing things is going to change, I think that's going to happen eventually, but we're going to be dealing obviously with more machine translation. Everything is going to be faster. I think that's the most important thing. Everything is going to be faster. So the way that we're going to be dealing with our services or the way that we're going to be providing the services is what will have to change. By asking questions all the time. We don't leave anything out there without being answered. I think that's the safer way to go. Even though someone may be clear enough, sometimes you have to ask the right questions to avoid and to minimize the risk. Because when especially as far as terms go, you ask me what localization is. Okay, localization for me is one thing. Proofing for me is one thing, but for my client it's not necessarily the same thing. So many times what we do is, okay, you want TEP. What are the steps that you need? And we sort of break it down and explain them what we do in the translation, editing, and proofreading steps. And then if they agree, we go back and we say everything is written and everything is there. And we agree on what they want, and we agree on how they want it done. So if we are on the same page as far as that goes and communication is clear, then there's no margin for error, or at least you minimize it. Yeah. But basically you have to have a passion for language and culture and being very open-minded, let's say, because it's an industry that is changing all the time. So we cannot think about translation the way we used to think about translation so many years ago, especially in Argentina, where there's a formal training and there's a huge disconnection between academia and the market. So if you're not open-minded as far as that goes, that you're open to change and you have to be creative every day, and that you have to adapt to technology and sort of embrace it to make your day-to-day flow, and if you want to grow as a language company, obviously you have to take all that in. which is not the real case in Argentina with many other translators, because of the formation that they have, and they think that the translation is an art still, and they have to, you know, take care of that little treasure, and it goes against, you know, what is happening in the world. So basically, when we organize trainings down there, and what we talk about to these newcomers is, you know, be open-minded and embrace technology. It's going to work in your favor, and you have to be there and learn and, you know, and adapt and be flexible. And this is a very fast industry, and it changes all the time.